I'm your host, Chris Burgos, and this is NDI Central Live. Today I'm here with one of the early adopters of NDI, Travis from NewBlueFX. Travis, how are things, man?
Doing really good, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing great. I want to talk to you about so many things. I'm such a huge fan of what you guys have been doing
Thank you.
from a graphics perspective and all the cool workflows. But I think you want to start us off with something really cool that's coming right around the corner. So let's talk about the future and what's coming new for NewBlue.
There you go. Why beat around the bush, right? So if you're here in the NDI Pavilion or somewhere else in the show, come around and check out what we have going on as a technology preview. And actually, we are previewing this to the market to see your guys' response. So please do come by and share your feedback. This is live effects processing. So live effects. And we will be showcasing that at our NDI pod, and we want to get your feeling about what does it feel like to put a little skin touch-up on an NDI stream coming in? What's it like to fix some lighting and some color for your remote guest who didn't really like themselves all that well? Or what's it like to put chroma key on the NDI stream before it comes into your switcher? So we definitely want you guys to come by and check that out, and that's what we're announcing as a technology here at this NAB.
That's amazing. I think of all the cool pieces and how the technologies have grown. For us at New Tech, it's been a lot about the new things and the new customers we engage with. How have you guys at NewBlue seen that sort of growth and change post integrating NDI into the system, the platform? Like where have the new clientele's been? What are the new cool interactions and things like that?
Well, what's interesting actually is we got into the live or broadcast space just when NDI was coming alive itself, actually. I mean, like you mentioned, we're one of the first implementers of NDI. And just a bit of a history for everyone, NewBlueFX has been in the post market for years. And we have transition effects and 3D animated graphics on post platforms. We ship with every Avid media composer out there. We work in Adobe Premiere, we work in Vegas and Grass Valley, Edius, like every editing platform. We provide professional effects, transitions, and 3D motion graphics. Mm-hmm. And as we're looking at that, we're like, this broadcast space, it's really opening up, and a lot of that is attributed to NDI, honestly, and we're just seeing that happen, right? And just about that time says, hey, our motion graphics, why does it have to stay in post? What about those $40,000 systems that you have to buy to do graphics live? Why do you have to spend $40,000? Doesn't make any sense. Let's go there. Mm-hmm. So that's how we ended up in the live business, and we've been seeing a lot of great success just in all kinds of like houses of worship, news, a lot of new media like Vice and BuzzFeed use us. But also sports, man, they need graphics, right? And yes. So what about university? What about college? The people who don't really have the deep pocketbooks, how can they get that professional ESPN level look, right? And so that's what we're providing with Titler Live. That's what we're providing with Titler Live. So.
Yeah, Titler Live is a great platform. For me, I always have this particular focus, and it's a new focus for us at New Tech, but we always look at the eSports and gaming verticals, and we look at these guys. I'm a huge fan. I've been in those productions. I've been in a lot of meetings and talks, and this continues to grow and expand. Where is NewBlue at in that space? Like, what have you guys seen recently with them?
Yeah, well, we discovered this market of gaming and esports, and they push the envelope, let me tell you. And the amount of things that they've tried to cobble together with HTML web pages and green keying things out off of web pages just to try to get some interesting data and graphics done has kind of been amazing. And so we entered that market relatively recently with a product called Overstream. And it takes all our same Titler Live technology, motion animated graphics, and it hooks it up to all kinds of data sources for their gaming, follower alerts and tip alerts and working with different hosts and platforms. And it's really opened up actually a lot of interesting features that have made their way into the more, if you want to call it traditional or not, because it's a fresh product, but the more broadcasty side of products like Tidal or Live.
Yeah, yeah. This is sort of the growth, and as we interact with all kinds of new people, you start to see, what are the workflows that really suit this community? And I think one of the beautiful things that I think you guys did at NewBlue very early on was social media integration. And I want to just touch on that, but just sort of explain, like, if you're just looking at a Facebook stream at home, you may think that these things are fairly easy to do. And if you're on your cell phone, yeah, it's designed for that. But tackling this from a broadcast perspective can be a behemoth. And I know with your guys' integration, that's one of the main reasons why your big recommendation, me personally, for people to start utilizing, because, hey, you know what? Interacting in that social space and social media is what makes or breaks things. It's the reason why you want to go that route. Yeah. So what can you tell me about those things?
Well, I mean, you're just totally right. It's about integration. It's about engagement, and really, engaging your audience right then. I mean, why are you live streaming rather than making a video production ahead of time? It's because you want to be in the present, you want to be in the now, and you want your audience to feel like they are with you, and essentially they are. And so instead of just going straight from your phone and posting, and then there's a whole bunch of comments underneath your thread, the nice thing with Tidal or Live and its social media capabilities is you can take the live comments and inject them into animated motion graphics, bring that professionalism to your broadcast, and now what people have been commenting now show up in your graphics right in the stream that they've been watching. And that's a real-time feedback with your customer base. Not only just getting live comments, but you can also do polling. So you can do polling with Facebook's reactions. They have their 6 reactions. Right. Do you like it or do you love it? But also you can poll based on text strings or comments. So, hey, who's your favorite player in this game? And people can type in the first or last name of their favorite player and starts tallying. And we can start showing bar graphs and pie charts and votes. Votes are very powerful, especially for a live presentation, because you can be polling your audience what they want to see, how they want to see it, and you can react that way. There's a fun Facebook production called Video Deluxe, Super Video Deluxe, and they do actually, it's funny, novellas based on users' feedback, what they're like, is the doctor pregnant or is the nurse pregnant? And then they continue forward with that. And they're a user of Tidal Live as well. So just new media, comedy, more interaction with end users. It's very powerful what we can do with social media. And it's not just Facebook, right? It's it's also Twitter, and it's also YouTube, and all those connections as well. The nice thing about a lot of our controllers is they can be broken out into HTML pages. So someone can be operating the graphics on one machine and then be making, let's say, curating the next comment on another machine or on their iPad, because they just open up an HTML web page and make those choices in our control. So.
Yeah, collaborative efforts, I think, are a major driving force. The new waves of social media and things that get defined as social media, I think we even see weird things like, or something like Discord or Slack, a social media experience. And, we look at the more traditional things, the web pages and things like that have sort of dominated this space. But everyone's growing and sort of all sort of jumbling together in this mass of lots and lots of media gets all transferred. And I've always really looked at some of the cool technology you guys have put out and just been in awe about the forward thinking aspects of it. And like I said, huge advocate and really big fan of what you guys have accomplished. I wish you guys continued success. Before we wrap things up, I just wanted to ask a few, if there was that one thing. I know we're previewing some stuff at NAB, but what has been the feeling at NewBlue as a company post implementing NDI into the platform? Once you guys figured out, you said you guys figured out, hey, look, there's this market that we could really service, and then why do things have to cost so much? Once you got that NDI piece into it, how did things sort of change, and how did that influence new products and things like that?
Right. I guess I can think of 2 things really that really have opened up because of NDI. One And it's a big idea, but it's true, honestly, is the democratization of being able to broadcast and go live with your message. Just previously you had, just even SDI cards themselves kind of require bigger machines, more cost, and big, big plumbing cables. And all of those are kind of removed in remote operation, like we're doing right now. Remote broadcasts are enabled. So democratization of people getting their hands on the tools to broadcast and tell their story is a big thing. And then secondly is just the technical integration of moving video throughout different platforms and different connections is pretty amazing. And to go to that point, kind of circling back to our history of being in post-production, and NDI plays a part of this as well, is all of our effects and all of our graphics also live on the post side. And we're also seeing people not just being pure post-production people or pure broadcast people. They're actually tasked with the whole 9 yards. And they're wanting to take their live production and take it to post, or take some elements of post and take it to live. And with the NTX platform, which basically our API and our technology, we're able to do that with graphics and effects. And NDA is a big part of that as well.
Yeah, I know I have a lot of friends in New York City right now who are listening to what you just said, and that sings home to exactly what their life experience is, which is that, hey, I got to be both live, I got to be post, I got to merge these things, and NewBlue has certainly been a big help for making all that possible. Travis, I really thank you for the time, appreciate the interview, and look forward to seeing you at NAB, man.
You got it. Take care.